What's up, you guys? It's your boy AOT Time West, man. I'm back at it again for another video, man. Before I get into this video, I would like to let y'all know about my college football Instagram page right now. It's doing real good. I think we have like 300 something followers. But you guys will just go to all things CFB_, man. I would love for y'all to go over there, man, and just check out what we're doing. We post everything over there, so I would love for you guys to go check it out, man. But let's get right into the video, man. I told y'all today you're going to get a Big Ten conference outlook. It's time. Big Ten, these last, I'll probably say like 2 or 3 years, they've been known to be one of the best conferences in college football. Especially when you talk about the East side, when you got Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and Michigan State. Those 4 teams all arguably could make it to the college football playoffs. So I do think it's important to go over this conference and really break down each team. So I'm going to get right into it, man. So we have 2 sides. We obviously have the East and the West. The East of Big Ten would be Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, Maryland, Indiana, and the Rugged Scarlet Knights. And then on the West side, you would have Wisconsin, Iowa, the Purdue Boilermakers, Northwestern Wildcats, Nebraska Cornhuskers, Minnesota, and Illinois. That would be the teams. So this conference has 14 teams. 7 on each side. So I'm gonna start off with the West because I feel like that's the kind of weaker side of the bracket. So I'll jump into them first. And then the lowest team I have coming in is the Illinois Fighting Illini. I don't know. The talent just hasn't been there for years. I know that they've been trying to rebuild for a long time, but the talent just has not been there. Last year they went 0-9 in conference and 2-10 overall. I'm looking at something probably more familiar to that. Probably same thing. Just really trying to rebuild there. It's been really rough for them. So I just think it's gonna probably be another down year for them. And then after that, I actually have the Minnesota Golden Gophers coming in at the next team. I think the Golden Gophers still get about 6 wins. I do think that their talent level is a lot better than Illinois. Last year they went 5-7. Thinking around the same bracket, 6-6, 5-7. They can get there again. Then the team I have after that is the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I have them going 6-6 possibly this year. I just think with the whole new coach, and I love Scott Frost, and I think in years to come he's going to have them getting 9 and 10 wins. But his first year, I think it's going to be an adjustment period. So I really do feel like they're getting the recruits now. They're starting to recruit very well since Frost has got there. But I do think that it's going to be a little more different for them to really be able to go to that next level. Then after them, I have the Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern last year, they did go 6-6. They went 10-3 last year, but I think they'll take actually a step down this year. I have them actually going 7-5. I think they'll be a good team, but I think when they get Hunter Johnson, they'll step back up on that next level where they're, back to that, 10-win type of thing. I think Hunter Johnson is a great guy, and they'll get him next season. After that, I have the Boilermakers coming in of Purdue as the third best team in the west side of it. Purdue last year had a very good year for their standards. Purdue went 7-6 last year, so for them that's pretty good. They went 4-5 in the conference. I think this year Broom can keep them improving. I think they're going to have a good chance at it. And then after that, I have Iowa coming in as the second best team. Iowa always has been a football powerhouse. That's what they're known for. Run the ball, tough, 3-down backs. That's what they're kind of known for. So I do think that, Iowa is going to be another team floating around that 8-4, 9-3 area. Then I think it's a no-brainer. On the west side, I do believe that Wisconsin is the best team in that, in that side of the division. And they very well likely last year could have been in the playoffs. If they beat Ohio State in that championship game, they're in the playoffs. They would have been undefeated. So I think Wisconsin will definitely have a good year. I have them losing probably 1 or 2 games, maybe just 1 game, but Wisconsin could very well go undefeated. Then let's get on the east side. I have Rutgers coming in at bottom. Rutgers, I think, ever since Greg Schiano left, that program has just been a complete mess. Last year they went 4-8. This year, I think they do take a step down and maybe get about 3 wins. Then after that, I have the Indiana Hoosiers actually taking a step up. I like what Kevin Wilson is doing there in Indiana. I think that team is very well equipped. They just now have to put the pieces together and make sure it goes together. Last year, Indiana was 5-7. I'm predicting like a 6-6 season for them. Then after them, I actually have the Maryland Terrapins. The Maryland Terrapins going in at the 5th spot. I think that the Maryland Terrapins, I think the quarterback issue with them was just so horrendous last year. I think that by the week 5, I think they had 4 different quarterbacks at that point because they had so many injuries. Last year they went 4-8. I do think they'll take a step up above that just due to injuries. You can't not have that bad of luck 2 years in a row, just injury wise. Then after that, I actually have Michigan State coming in after that. Michigan State last year actually had a pretty good year. They went 10-3. I actually have them going 9-3 this year, so kind of around that same area. And then after them, I actually have the Michigan Wolverines coming in at 9-3. I know a lot of people have high hopes for Michigan. Their defense is amazing. They have one of the best D-lines in the country, led by Rashawn Gary. But I just don't feel like they're at that next level. They just got to get a quarterback. I like Shea Patterson, but I'm not the hugest believer in Shea Patterson quite yet. I would like to see more before I just deem him as this great quarterback. Then after that, I actually have Penn State coming in, going at 10-2. I think the games that they'll struggle 10-2, 9-3. I think the games that they'll struggle with is Ohio State and Michigan State, and obviously those 4 right there: Michigan State, Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio State. It's going to be tough because all those teams can knock off each other any other day because they're all about equally talented. I think Ohio State is a step above everybody in this category, but I think that Michigan State, Penn State, and Michigan are all knocking on the door. And then as of right now, I know Ohio State has a lot going on with the whole Urban Meyer thing. I still don't think that matters. I still think they go 11-1 at least. I still think they probably make the college football playoffs this year. And I think they're going to be well equipped to get there. So I definitely think Ohio State can get there. They're going to have the talent. Dante Haskins, really leading them there. And he's a good quarterback. I watched him a little bit last year when they played against Michigan, and he did pretty all right. So I think that the Big Ten is going to be all right. You guys get in the comment box, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out.